welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I am sharing more tips and tricks for clip-in hair extensions, specifically using clip-ins to wear your hair up. So I shared a video, which I'll leave linked up above, on the best tricks that I do with clip-in extensions, and in that video I showed you how to use clip-in extensions in a ponytail, like a high ponytail, wearing your hair up, and then also a half up. So today we're going to do a French twist with clip-in hair extensions, and I love this look. I think it's so elegant and pretty, and it can be really worn casual during the day, or you could really dress it up and make it pretty for a special event. So for some background and why this is important, I did this hairstyle on myself for my rehearsal dinner the night before my wedding. I've had some issues before with having such fine, thin hair, and going to get my hair done at a hair salon and finding that the hairstylist doesn't know how to use the clip-ins in my fine thin hair, doesn't know how to hide them in my hair or style with them, and it's understandable because that's not what they do every day, and most people don't have this hair type. It's very much a challenge. So this is something that I figured out on my own trial and error out of necessity, because I wanted to have wear my hair in a lot of the same looks that girls with thick hair wear them, but they're a lot harder to do obviously when you have fine thin hair. I am using these small ones, and I say small because they have only 2 clips across. So these are the ones that I use the most because they are so small. You can really do a lot of different things with them. You can even clip them towards the front of your hair if you're wearing your hair down, things like that. I purchased these at the hair shop here in New York. I think they have a website online that you can buy them, but if you can, I really highly recommend going in store because then they can color match them to your hair. If you've been following my hair journey, you know that I am currently in the process of growing my hair out to get it healthy, but the ends of my hair are, you know, still this color, so just that's a note there. Okay, so we're going to use a rat tail comb, one that has a thin little end here, and then the fine tooth comb here for teasing. This is for parting, this is for teasing. And for anyone that hasn't seen the videos, yes, I do have very fine thin hair, so if you have the same as me, you are in good company. Alright, so this is my favorite reference, but what we're basically doing is burying these in our hair like a squirrel. We are hiding them so that they cannot be seen when the hair is up and the updo is done. So the first thing that we're going to do is just take our 2 fingers and run them around the very crown of the head. So you can see here from the back that it's just the very top of my head. And then we're going to take a clip, I like these ones for this, and just clip that to the top of your head. Side note, the construction guys outside the window just like descended down, so if the lighting changes or you hear things in the background, that's what it is. Alright, so now that we have that done, next thing we want to do is basically separate our hair like this. So we're going to create a part in the back, kind of like if you were to part your hair to do little pigtails or braids on the side. So I like to just kind of go like this. It really doesn't need to be perfect. And then now we are separated like this. Okay, so while I work on one side, I'm going to pull the other side aside so that it's not in the way. Okay, so now with this side that's loose, we're going to take our rat tail comb. And again, I can't see behind me, so this isn't going to be perfect, but it really doesn't need to be perfect. So we're going to we're trying to get as close as possible to the center where it was parted, and we're going to tease that. So we're just going to take the hair and kind of tease anywhere that I can feel around. Okay, and then once that's teased, take your first clip and undo the clips and then you're going to clip it in on its side, so that it's vertical up and down like this. And you're going to clip that right on the teased part. Here and here. Okay. And then now feel for the side of that, and we're going to tease in front of it so that when we put our hair over it, it's going to hide it. All right, now for the other side, going to take this down and then do the same thing, just tease on that side towards the center. Take your second clip in, unsnap the clips, and then facing the same direction, I'm going to clip those in. All right, perfect. And then now try to kind of get to the side underneath that clip-in. Take your rat tail comb and you want to tease a little bit under there so that again it's hiding the clip-in. All right, so now it's looking really crazy from the back, but it's going to have a beautiful ending, I promise. All right, so now what we're going to do is take down that top section that we pinned in the beginning, and we're going to take our rat tail comb, and underneath that section we're just going to tease it just a little bit. And then just lightly, I'm looking in the mirror behind me, but basically what you're going to do is take the brush side of the comb and just gently brush the hair back into place so that it's rounded and kind of combed down rather than that like crazy teased look. All right, once you've done that, pick out your hair clip. For me today, I think I'm going to go with this one. I love it. It's like an ivory, kind of like pearlescent butterfly. And what you're going to do is basically take your hair from the back exactly as you would to just twist it up in a French twist. So I'm going to turn around to show you. Basically, you're going to take your two hands. I like to kind of go with my pointer finger on the top of my ears on either side, and then take the rest of my fingers to take all of the hair as if I'm kind of creating a low ponytail. And then you're just going to take it under one finger, twist that finger around until the hair kind of twists up like that. And then take your hair clip and just clip it into place. So now, of course, we need to check the back and make sure nothing is poking out that you can see in there. So I'm just going to personally just kind of straighten these pieces out a bit. And this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like from the other side. And I am just going to perfect. And then the last step here is just to spray it with a hairspray. That way, when you are outside and things are blowing in the wind, your hair is just going to stay in place, because obviously you don't want it to blow all over the place and then a hair gets out of place and you can see the clip-in in there. Obviously we don't want that, so I just use the Nexus Comb Through Flexible Hold Hairspray, but sometimes I do like to use a stronger hold. And then sometimes I even like to, after spraying it, do a little comb again, so I feel like it kind of straightens the hair a little bit. And then there you have it. It kind of solves the problem of if you have fine thin hair and you don't even have enough of it to put in certain hair clips, especially really cute ones, this gives you that extra hair so that you could fit into the clip. I like wearing this out to dinner or casual days. What I did when I did it for my engagement party, what I did was instead of putting a clip in, I did the exact same things and I just bobby pinned it in. So there was no big clip showing. It was just like a beautiful French twist that looked like it was just stuck like that. Maybe I'll put some pictures on the screen, but I got so many compliments on it that night and it really made me feel good because what had happened prior to that was I had someone from Glam Squad actually come to our apartment right before we were getting packed up to leave to head to our wedding venue and have our wedding weekend, and it's supposed to be our beautiful special time. And he had no idea what he was doing. He tried it like 4 or 5 different times, and every time he would be like, okay, done, and I'd look in the mirror and it just looked so bad and so crazy. And I'm not just saying that, it really just looked really strange, and it made me cry. It made me really sad the day before my wedding because I felt like I should feel beautiful right now. It's my wedding day tomorrow. It's my rehearsal dinner tonight. This is a big weekend for me. I really should feel beautiful. I shouldn't feel like this fine thin hair is such an issue and it's so difficult, and then I can't do the same hairstyles as other girls with beautiful thick hair. So when we got to our wedding venue and we were checked in and we were in our hotel room, I actually just, after wiping my tears, stood in the mirror and said, I'm gonna figure this out. I think this is gonna look good. And I really just worked it, and I got so many compliments, and I just thought, like, that's so funny because I just did this myself. I just, figured it out, and I feel like sometimes that's just how life works, But I really hope that this video finds the right audience, which is the other girls with fine thin hair. I know that the other one that I made did reach the right audience. I was just reading and responding to some comments on it yesterday, which was what made me think, like, oh, let me put this video out there too. Obviously, like, showing the process of it is kind of embarrassing because it's like the back of my head like that, all weird with the clip-ins, and they're longer and shorter and everything looks teased and weird. Is kind of a funny thing to show on the internet, but I'm willing to do it because I feel like this information needs to be shared. And that's the whole point of, why all of this started, was like just girls in their rooms who have found these little beauty tips, who want to share it with other people and, connect with other girls and share our tips with each other. And so that's what this is. So anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you do try this hairstyle and if this was helpful. And don't forget to subscribe, of course, for more videos like this. I also do weekly vlogs of my life here in New York City, and then I do other fashion, beauty, skincare related videos too. So if you're interested in that, definitely make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified of any future videos. And yeah, that's everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.